Hey guys, what's up? It's DC. Look, I know that you want the best for your family, and I do too. America is fighting against dangerous chemicals in our foods, and Backyard Butchers is a top healthy pick for 2025. So see why 600,000 Americans trust the Backyard Butchers. Guys, I am talking straight U.S. born and raised beef right out of those green pastures in Texas. They're faith-based, American first founders. They work directly with local ranchers to bring you wholesome meats for you and your entire family. No overseas mystery meat, no hormones, no preservatives. Just pure top quality beef the way it should be. So whether you choose the popular Backyard box or a customer favorite Steakhouse Reserve box, hey, you'll be eating right. And here's the best part. If you subscribe today, they'll make sure you get your choice of 2 10-ounce ribeyes or 2 pounds of Wagyu ground beef. And it's absolutely free. Plus, if you use my promo code DCTV, use my promo code DCTV at backyardbutchers.com for 30% off your subscription. You know I'm always trying to hook y'all up, but 30%, I'm really in my bag. Look, that's backyardbutchers.com. Hit that promo code, guys. 30% off of some of the best meat you're ever going to taste. The real deal. Let's go. Daniel Cormier! Another episode of Funky and the Champ. I'm fat. Jamal's like skinny fat. Right? You're skinny fat.
Take it back.
Today I chose violence.
I'm suing. Sue them. I had the mute on for the fight. Sorry, Daniel. I did mute you.
You guys are going to be lifetime enemies because of the shit you say the moment you get a microphone in your face. Bro, you're crazy. What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of Funky the Champ. I'm Daniel Cormier. That's my main man, Ben Askren. What's up, Funky man? How you been?
Well, it's been a while. I was thinking. You have a huge appointment this Sunday. Oklahoma State, yes. Iowa, Sunday night. Are you watching it or not?
Yo, I'm watching it. I'm going on FRL. I've never been.
Oh, really? When?
I'm going on FRL
Thursday?
When's the 24th? Whatever date's the 24th.
Oh, that's the Monday after.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about. I don't even go on podcasts. I'm going on.
So,
FRL.
do you think they can win or no?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we could win 25, 33.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna struggle.
Yeah.
41. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good match right there.
41, I say yes.
No, we'll win.
Yeah.
49, they win. 57, that's Teamer, yeah?
Teamer, yep. So
they win.
Yep.
65, it's
that's a tough one.
Amin and
Caliendo. So that'll be
Caliendo. That's a tough. 75. Yo, 74. Our guy's like crushing people right now.
Yeah, he's doing good.
He's just a man, bro. 74.
They gotta go. So Nelson Brands just came back. So it's Nelson Brands. It has been Patrick Kennedy. Hamidi, I would think is the significant.
84 favorite. Us. 97.
That's one that's gonna be tough. Stephen Buchanan.
Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem.
Serber's been really good, but Henderson could get bonus at heavyweight.
That's the problem. Henderson's pinning everybody, bro. The big dog, the big captain. What's up, Cap? Hey, I tell you, I never felt so American. I didn't even feel as American as I do when I watch Wyatt Henderson when I was in the Olympics. When I see that big boy from the Air Force come out, what's up, Captain? You know, I'm such a fan of Wyatt Henderson. Gosh. Bro, I was at the Las Vegas Invitational and saw him, and I'm like, Wyatt! And
oh my God.
He came right up to me and gave me a hug because I seen the captain when I see him pin everybody like that, man.
Oh, man.
In the orange singlet. Wyatt!
Get you all pumped up.
Oh, he came running up. DC. Hey, bro, I love. Hey,
well, America let Oklahoma State have him for the year because he couldn't have any more eligibility at the Air Force Academy, they gifted him to Oklahoma State for 1 year.
Well, they didn't gift him. I mean, we worked really hard to have him. And honestly, thank you to the old staff for setting the wheels in motion before they left.
100%.
Yo, you know that all those transfers were already there whenever the old staff left.
No, you stop,
bro. I swear to God. The 74-pounder was already Amin.
Actually, I heard that about Hamidi.
Amin was going there. Like those guys were going there. But I mean, obviously, David when David got the job, it made it easier to make the commitment. But committee and the heavyweight thing was already in the works, and
Yeah.
we got a lot of transfers. 41's a transfer, 57's a transfer.
25.
We have a lot of transfers. 25's a transfer.
Jameson came together.
Yeah. So it is what it is, but whatever. Hey, bro, we got to talk about MMA. I would talk to you about wrestling all day, but we have to talk about MMA. So, yo, could I be honest with you? And I don't like doing this. I don't like being supportive. So Jon Jones the other day was like freaking out walking down the street, and he was saying some crazy stuff about his kid. And Ben, you know what's crazy, Ben?
I don't know.
You said he was on vacation. I didn't know he was on vacation.
I thought he was on vacation. That was what.
But if he was on vacation,
okay.
If he was on vacation, haven't we all been there? Maybe not that extreme, but it's like our kids drive us crazy. And you know what the worst part is? When you go back to that hotel room, you're the bad guy. Everybody's found a way to make you're the bad guy because you're upset about them being bad. And so I don't want to defend him, but I mean, come on, man. He's got like, not saying you're going to kill him, but like, oh my God, my children are being so bad. Have we not all been there?
You know what? Amy loses her temper more than me. I read this article on how when the kids argue, it actually makes them like smarter and they're like honing their argument skills. So I'm like, I don't really love it, but I'm just going to lock in and tune them out. And Amy gets pissed at him like, you stop arguing back there.
Hey, well, imagine if we saw Amy walking down the street on her vacation, just mumbling to herself.
I don't think she has those emotions.
She'd be walking around kicking her kid's ass. Talking about kicking her kid's ass. I mean, that was just crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh my God,
it's funny. Okay, but listen, we're not gonna talk about that. I just figured we should mention it because why would we? Yes. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of fights. One that they're still trying to make, with Jon Jones is the Tom Aspinall thing. Dana said he's working on International Fight Week, but that's not the story. The story is Francis Ngannou saying that he believes the fight could happen if not for Dana White. Dana White's the big obstacle, Francis said. But are we ready to kind of just let go of the Francis Ngannou thing?
That one ain't happening. Yeah,
right. Like if you didn't make Tom Aspinall, like he's not going to get to fight Jon Jones, Francis Ngannou, right?
That ain't happening. I don't know why. Obviously I was outside of the UFC for a long time and I always had the desire, but it was like, yes, I would love to fight these guys, but I'm under no delusion that Dana White is going to do some type of co-promote or something because he just doesn't do that, So the idea that Francis is going to fight Jon, that's a pipe dream.
You see, that's the difference between you and most fighters. Like, you're like, that ain't happening. Dana's not going to do us a favor. I think fighters believe that by going public and saying it, it might actually happen.
Well, Dana's just so stuck. I mean, and this has been the case for a while, and I suppose, although it can be frustrating for the fighters, the UFC brand, it's almost like you can kind of put anyone there on a Saturday night and you're going to get X amount of people to tune in. Like you're going to get some solid viewership. And so Dana has almost always put brand above athlete. And, it's been pretty rare when someone could break through like a Conor. But then you could see even then when Conor breaks through as big as he became, Dana still doesn't fold in negotiations to him. We let him have the Mayweather thing. But then after that, it's kind of been like, kiss my ass, Conor.
Yeah, Conor became bigger. Honestly, he felt bigger than the brand. But Dana always would say stuff like, the UFC will always go on, regardless of what happens. Like when one person leaves, it's always going to be UFC because they built it to that point. And when you talk about cross promotion, it's almost like there really is no point. They don't have to do it. And in business, in most instances, right, the powerful entity doesn't generally sway. You have to make adjustments and you have to make you have to give in to be on their side. So if there is a cross promotion or if there is a hope of Francis Ngannou fighting Jon Jones and getting back to that, it would have to be in the UFC.
Yes.
And I don't know at this point if either of those parties want to entertain that because it didn't feel like Francis liked the UFC at the end. He felt like he should be doing much better. He left with a ton of power, though, as the world champion. So he's been able to make a very successful career outside of the UFC. But it still feels like if he's gonna get that fight, and if he wants that fight as much as it seems like he might want that fight, he's gonna have
Yeah.
to go back to the UFC.
He will 100% have to go back to the UFC. Um, and I mean, the one thing like I wanted to do, I wanted to try to be the best in the world, and I know you
That's why
couldn't
you
do that
went.
without fighting the right people. Francis has already achieved that, and so maybe he doesn't feel the need. And I do believe, oh my gosh, your camera's freaking me out how it zooms in
It's
on you.
kind of
Like, oh
crazy.
my gosh, that's
It's
weird.
awesome.
But Francis, that's wild. Francis I believe, I don't think he's lying. I don't know that it's debatable, but I believe he made significantly more money doing the boxing fights
Yes.
outside of the UFC. And so it's like, hey, if you've already proved you're the best in the world, and listen, there was this Jon Jones thing because Jon Jones didn't fight for a 4-year window or whatever. But yeah, you already proved you're the best in the world. Go make a whole bunch more money. I think that's great. But if he does want to fight Jon Jones, he's gonna have to come back.
Yeah, he just says that that's the issue, right? Because he feels like they can make that. But he said he's not losing much sleep about it because he's been
Yeah,
very successful. He's
yeah,
very happy and he's doing things his own way. And with
yes,
all the stuff that Francis went through, right? Losing his son Kobe, uh, coming back, fighting Renan Ferreira.
hmm
Now it sounds like he's gonna box again, Ben. I did a video on this the other day. It said Francis wants to box again, but this time against Deontay Wilder. Uh,
jeez.
he's good. Dude, can you believe that?
Well, after the first one, he did really good, and we're like, wow. And then the second one, he didn't do quite so well. So now it's like, is there a strong desire to see him box again? I don't know. I think he's actually like, like say a Mike Tyson or something, where in the PFL, if a lot of people if they don't have compelling opponents, it's going to be not that much desire. But I think people would tune in to watch Francis Ngannou take people's head off with a massive uppercut or something like that.
So I do feel that. But
Okay.
with the boxing, so my thought on the boxing was this. I didn't like him fighting boxing against the best boxers in the world initially.
Yeah.
Then he fought Tyson Fury so well. So I was like,
Yep.
oh, well, maybe he can box these
Yeah.
guys, right? But
For
then
sure.
here was the issue, right? So here was the issue. He fought Tyson Fury, and I thought he fought Tyson Fury relatively well.
Well, yeah,
To
for
say that
sure.
he's a amateur
hmm
boxer fighting against the world champion. But then when he got the fight against Anthony Joshua, I was kind of happy because I was like, well, Anthony Joshua is traditionally like the most conservative of those big
hmm
time boxing champions because he doesn't want to get hurt. He's been knocked out. And then he knocks Francis out the way that he does.
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder is like Francis, but he actually boxes. He
Yeah.
throws wild. He doesn't know how to control himself.
But
I
he
don't
hits
love
really
it.
hard.
And he hits really, really hard.
Yeah.
And Francis even said somebody's going to sleep like 90%. Who wants to be involved in something where somebody's 9 out of 10 times somebody's getting knocked out?
Well, I suppose if you think it's you, if you think you're the one that's good doing the knocking out, probably not a big deal, right?
Yeah, but after that, like after getting slept the way he did,
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
scary for me.
I think he should just tell the PFL, line me up some subpar competition and let me take their heads off.
Because I think he still makes big money for fighting in MMA.
Yeah, I believe so.
Probably making
Yes.
like $3-4 million a fight, maybe
Yeah.
five.
Yeah.
I
Very
the number
solid.
the number I heard he was getting from the UFC was crazy. They said they offered
High
him
or low?
7 million a fight to stay.
Really?
That's pretty good, man.
It's real. Yes, of course. That's really good.
That's really good. I heard they offered him 7 million per fight to stay.
I got you on the new contract,
Before,
but
yeah,
yeah, I
before
see.
he left.
Not what he was making. That was the new
No,
offer.
that was the offer to try to keep him.
Yeah, it would have been man, it's interesting, but I don't think he's gonna fight against Jones. I don't even know if you had what's that Kalshi, the new polling thing that everyone's doing. You see this? It was a presidential. It took off during the
Show
presidential
me, show me,
elections.
show me. That
Well,
is all that. All that is. Oh my God,
betting markets.
yes, but Ben, all that like new betting, new voting. That's all just to make our country just more and more fight with each other. Well, this one says
Degenerates.
this, and this one says this one. It's like it's the craziest thing in the world.
Okay, but if there was a Kalshi odds on does Jon Jones fight again, I believe they would be less than 50%.
You don't think he's gonna fight again?
Um, I think it would be less than 50%. I think it would be somewhere around 30% that he fights again. Yes. I mean, John's not young. He's 30, probably 39, 38.
Yeah,
Not young.
yeah, somewhere in that range. No, 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 like 37, dude. He's like 37 years
No,
old.
he's Max's age. Him
He's
and
like
Max are similar age.
37 years old.
Damn you, you're right.
How old is
37.
Max Askren? How old
Max
is
is
Max?
38. So that's why I was saying 38.
Yeah, he's like 37 years old. He's young.
Oh,
Remember, I
okay.
fought the guy. I fought the guy all them times, or at least was scheduled to fight him all them times. I
Yeah.
knew I was old, and I
Yeah.
knew that he was really, really young. So,
All
like,
right. But yeah, I would say if there was odds, I think it's less than half that he ever fights again.
wow, I think he's gonna fight again. I just don't think
Okay.
he's fighting Tom Aspinall. Hey, Belal Muhammad said, "That's your boy. That's your
I,
boy.
I like Bilal. We were
That's
never
your
super close.
boy.
I like him, but we weren't that close. So I don't know. Saying your boy is
That's it."
it's maybe a little more extreme, just to be clear on it.
So to be clear, that's you. That's you getting scared as to what I'm gonna say next. So you're trying to go as a baseline. Just know I like him, but you can't say that we're really cool. The fear what's next. Okay, so your boy Belal Muhammad,
Yes.
right? There's a lot of rumblings. Islam Makhachev is a very dominant champion from a weight below,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Belal Muhammad says, I don't know, man. It felt like Islam wasn't as against it, or to me. Belal said, "I would never fight Islam because that's a different for him and me. We've trained together, and when you're sweating with somebody and you're bleeding with somebody and you train with somebody like that, it's a different relationship. I wouldn't be about the money for me or for him, I would assume. I would never want to do that. They've helped me so much. So I'd rather go to 185 and let him just take the 170 belt if that's the case." Since I've
That was
already
a
had,
crazy statement.
hey, bro, like, so I was in a situation with Cain Velasquez,
Yeah.
but
And I had
every
Sean
day,
Woodley. Yeah.
but every day we trained. Like, I was never away from Cain Velasquez. I knew
Yeah.
Cain Velasquez's family. I was in his house.
Yeah.
Bilal says, I mean, does that relationship, doing a couple training camps together, warrant that type of statement?
Well, I mean, I was just thinking like not even that, but why does he have to? He's gonna give up his title, like, but Islam has 155, and you got 170. So, and honestly, at 170, there's kind of a lot of good fights for Bilal to still have some younger up and comers. De La Maddalena, he's fighting Shavkat, right? There's kind of a few guys in there that he could fight. Um, I mean, Islam has a little bit cleaned out 155, so maybe that's the
Yes.
the problem, I guess. He still can fight Saruki, and even though that one fell through, but it feels like they have their spots. And then Islam also has the Tapuria fight. So Islam's got his thing. Bilal's got his thing. Why does Bilal need to move? It's kind of silly, you know? And honestly, so that case, I'd be like, dude, if we're buddies, why are you trying to come up here? You got two good
Yes.
fights. You can have Arman, and then you can have Ilya. Those are two good fights. I got my fights that I'm gonna have. Like, why do we need to be doing this?
Do you think it was just like not the right timing for it? It's like it's not realistically a thing right now because of all the reasons you just stated. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a pressing matter. Like, that Islam's
Yes.
on his way up right now. I need
Yes.
to get out of the weight class, or even state that I would move weight classes. Or you think it's just about getting ahead of it? Like, I know what I would do. I'm gonna let the world know what I would do so that I don't deal with all the stuff that comes with if
Yeah.
this man says I want to fight at 170.
Yeah, I just I don't know why he bothers saying that. And if he and so the other thing I feel about Bilal, and this is the weight class thing, is 170 is the right weight class for him. He's not small for the weight class. I think he's just about the right size. He's also not gigantic for the weight class where it's like, oh my God, how is he making that weight? He has to move up, right? And it's 15 pounds. It's not a tiny gap. So there is generally a size difference between a good size 185 and a good size 170. Those are different things in my opinion. Um, and obviously there are certain guys who are very big for the welterweight, they're very small for middleweight, etc. But I think he should stay at welterweight. I looked, he's 36 years old, right? Which is, if we look historically, welterweight
That's
and
when you start to.
below, it starts to decline. There's plenty of guys he can fight. So I mentioned Shavkat, I mentioned De La Maddalena. Joaquin Buckley's doing a good job at that weight class. Sean Brady's doing a good job at that weight class. Machado Gary could get a few. I mean, there's like a lot of young guys to fight. He should say, "Hey, young guys, line them up. I'm here to defend my title while I still can. Let's knock these out."
I think what people don't understand about you guys at welterweight is that like you're thicker than people
Yeah.
imagine, right?
Yeah.
Belal might not look big, but he's got big old legs. His
Yep.
back is humongous. I think he's a pretty decent sized welterweight, but there's a clear difference when you
Yeah.
look at welterweight and middleweight, right? You get those guys like Izzy doesn't look like he could make 170. And I always tell people that. I'm like, I was never a heavyweight. You know who was a heavyweight? Like Derek Lewis and
Yeah.
Kane, like those guys, because no matter what they did, Ben, they could never make 205. They could
Correct.
never
Yeah.
get down to 205.
Yeah.
So for me, watching Belal say that, I just don't understand the reasoning. I don't
Yeah.
understand the reasoning
Don't get
because
it.
it's not needed. And if you're being completely truthful, he does have the type of style that could present problems for Islam Makhachev
Yeah.
because he has good boxing, he has good wrestling, he's good pace and cardio, he can
Yep.
defend takedowns. He seems like the type of guy that would be a person that could compete with Islam.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. Just stay where you're at. Islam's got two big fights on the horizon. Bilal's got a plenty that I just mentioned. There really this discussion doesn't even need to happen, in my opinion.
But we are because he said it. We're
Yeah, I
talking
know.
about
I
it
don't know
because
why.
he
I
said
don't know
it.
why he. I don't really know why he bothered. I mean, if that question when it came up, he could have just said, "Hey, look, I want to fight. I want to fight and defend my title as many times as I can. I want to cement myself as one of the best welterweights ever. Here's who I can fight. I
Yeah.
can fight Shavkat. I can fight here. You know, like and just kind of start going down the list. You know,
How many?
um,
How many title defenses does Belal have?
well, I mean, I mentioned all those
How
younger
many?
guys.
No, how many title defenses does he have?
Oh, only is
To
he
be
at one
talking
or,
about
one or
moving
zero
up,
right now?
how many title defenses?
I believe he's got zero.
Zero. He won the belt and has not fought since.
I'm right on zero, right?
Yeah, he
Okay.
won the
All right.
belt, beat Leon Edwards, and hasn't fought since.
Yeah.
How can we be talking about him
But he
leaving the
has a
weight class?
fight coming up against Shavkat
Oh,
in
remember
what, April?
Shavkat was supposed to fight him in December, and then
Yeah.
um
Someone got
Shavkat was
hurt.
supposed to fight him in December, and then Bilal got the staph infection, so
Yeah.
Shavkat fought Ian Machado Gary.
Aren't they rumored to be fighting on maybe
Boy.
UFC 315? Is that what I heard? Is that
It's
that's
in
a
Miami.
rumor?
It's in Miami. Hey,
Oh, they're
Ben,
fighting in the Miami one.
no, might be the Miami. What's your schedule look like in April?
Dude, that UFC 313 is when they have
PNL.
we have the P&L here, so I'm
Shut
hosting it.
up, dude. It's the same
Sure.
weekend.
Yeah, same weekend. No, they're not fighting on that card. I just looked at that card, Daniel.
I was gonna offer you up an opportunity for us to do our first in-person show, but you're
We'll do
busy.
it eventually.
You're
Eventually.
busy. When can we do our first? Hey, can you come to Vegas March 4th?
March 4. March 4th. That's not a weekend, is it?
Or March, the pay-per-view weekend, March 7th, maybe, is the pay-per-view weekend. But remember, we would have to do it in the week, right? Like March, the Friday night, we'd have to do our live show.
Yeah.
You and me. Sit down, 30 seconds, and then do it. Or we do International Fight Week. International Fight Week might work too.
That might work too. Hey, but I want to get back to when are these guys fighting?
Belal Muhammad and Shavkat, they're not scheduled to fight, dude. That's why I think.
So I'm going crazy. I
dude,
thought it was UFC
that's
like 315
why.
or something.
That's why people who come to me and going, well, your partner said, I'm like, who? And they're like, Ben. I'm like, he lies all the time.
No, I don't lie. I said
lies.
if I know it's true, I'll say this is true. I said I thought I heard that they were fighting. They should be fighting. Why aren't they scheduled? Let's put these guys. Staff, you get better from that shit in 2 weeks.
No, but I think Shavkat hurt himself. But listen, they go, hey, Ben said this and Ben said that. And Ben, I said, who? I said, do you listen to him? I go, he's a liar. I go, I do 2 podcasts with 2 liars. You're a liar and Chael's a liar.
Chael's actually a liar. Chael will deceive on purpose. I'm saying I thought I heard this, and you are the industry insider. I want you to set me straight.
You literally just announced that Belal was fighting.
No, I
got in April.
Oh my God, you're You
Oh
can
my
say
God.
we're again. That's great. We're 2025. Take that, Daniel.
So,
I got all my insults back.
dude, you got him back. What happened? What happened to you? Why are you like back? Before you had got
Cancel
nice.
culture took him away.
You had got nice. You had got nice for a while, and now you're back to being Ben Askren, that guy.
I can't imagine all the insults you just used to lay on people in the locker room in like
Can you
2003.
imagine?
Oh my God, you would have been canceled like 27 times probably. If we
Dude,
would
I'd
have
have
one locker room conversation with Daniel Cormier.
dude, if they had a camera down there, I'd be done. I would not be sitting in this position today. I was bad. Hey, so like Daniel Zepeda's here,
Yeah.
and he's like a spaz, and he's like crazy and loud, and everybody's like, "Oh, Daniel this, Daniel this." I'm like, he's actually me. He's like, he
Oh my
literally
God.
is my like karma for being bad when I was a
Oh my
kid
God.
and growing up. He's so bad, bro. He's so bad.
Really?
God,
But he's
he's
going to
so
NC
crazy.
State, so he can't be that bad.
No, dude, he's got like this endless energy. He jumps and
Oh.
he's bouncing off the wall. He's like a crazy little kid, dude. He was yelling last night in the living room, playing video games. No, no. Finally, I'm like, stop, Daniel. Like enough. It's like he's stressing me, dude. All the
Oh my.
gray hair in my beard is from Daniel
Oh
Zepeda.
damn.
He's so
That's hilarious.
crazy.
Speaking of instigating, I saw a clip of you instigating.
Ooh,
I think Colby versus Chiesa is a good idea. That's about
dude,
the
I'm
same level at
telling
this
you, right?
point. I don't see why not. I don't know if Colby really wants to fight anymore, is what it seems. Um, but other than that, I think it's a really good idea. What are they ranked right now? It's probably somewhere
Yes, is
similar.
not ranked, but Colby is. Colby's like
Colby's
probably 10th.
nine. Colby's
Yeah.
nine.
Hey,
Yeah, they should
Colby said
fight.
that in a couple years he's going to do WWE.
Yeah, I mean, what other skills does that man have?
Dude, why? Why? Okay, so can we get to the bottom of this? Can we get to the bottom of this? Why?
What?
Why?
Why
What's the
what?
problem? Why? What's the problem with
Those are.
Colby
Well, I
Covington?
mean, everything I
Hey, bro,
said
what's
there
the
was
problem
true.
with Kamaru Usman? What's the problem with all the wrestlers? So if initially I thought the problem with Kamaru Usman was he was black, but then I obviously that's the problem.
Stop, you stop it. Oh, you're such a turd. Come on.
It's not okay. Okay.
Hey, wait, did you see that clip where Colby tried giving Kamaru a handshake?
No,
And
wait.
then
So that
you didn't
happened
see
last
this?
weekend?
And then Usman kind of like denied him. It was on he's got like a channel, and then he said I didn't try to shake his hand, but everyone was screenshotting him with his hand like out like this.
Wait, Kamaru?
Luis, bring that up.
They were in Vegas last weekend because we're filming The Ultimate Fighter, and Colby
Yep.
is working
Luis
with
brought it
Coach
up.
Chill.
Yeah.
And
Watch this.
oh,
watch
he
this,
tried to
Daniel,
shake his
watch
hand.
this.
So Kamaru just that was odd.
Oh, and then
That was
and
very
then,
odd.
and then but then Colby said I didn't try to shake his hand.
So Colby did this, and then he did this. Oh my God.
No, these guys. I don't know.
So why
Obviously,
can't
I was trying to pick a fight with them, right? I mean, when
Yeah.
I was in the UFC, but Colby is generally a douche. I don't like him. Marty, I actually
Dude,
thought
stop calling him Marty?
listen, that was how I knew him. I thought we were cool. I thought we were fine. I had no issue with him. I actually thought, hey, this guy's a pretty good wrestler. I can avoid him because when I got to the UFC, it was like
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh, Colby got hurt, and that was why Usman ended up fighting Tyrant. I thought, oh, I could just jump over him.
You were gonna fight
so-
Tyrant.
No, I wasn't gonna fight Tyrant. I was gonna but I was like gonna jump above him, like without having to fight him. You know, like in the
Yes,
rankings,
yes,
you're
yes,
like,
yes, yes,
who are
yes,
the
yes,
easiest guys for me to fight in the rankings? And then I'm gonna jump my way towards the top. You know, that was kind of what
Yeah.
I was thinking. And I said Marty on accident. Well, not even on accident. It was like that was just like, he was at the training center. That was just what I knew him as.
Could you please say Kamaru, dude?
And then, no, I'm referencing what I said previously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then he got all pissed about it. And it was like, I don't understand what the issue is. And then, since then I knew it made him mad, then I just had to keep it going.
Why? Why'd you have
Why?
to keep it going?
Daniel, you are the king of that. There is no one that does that more than you do it.
You can't show. You can't show.
You.
If
There's
you
no
give
one
a-
who does it more
If
than
you
you.
give a small glimmer of hope, if I can look and see the light,
Yes.
there it is, like a little bit of the light, that gets you. I wouldn't touch you. And
Yes,
touch you.
see?
And touch you.
I
You
knew
cannot
it.
show no one like that it bothers you. You just can't let them see that
You know
it
who was
bothers
the easiest ever in the history? You're gonna laugh
you.
so hard
Ooh,
with it.
ooh.
Mark Ellis.
Oh my God, I used to drive him crazy, bro. Dude, you know what I would do to him? You know what I would do to him?
What?
He was actually my coach when we started the kids club. Like him and
Yeah.
I started it together. So when Mark would be sitting next to the mat, right?
Mhm.
Every time he would go and sit in a certain chair, I'd be like, move, Mark, move, move. So like, like the head coach, right? So like, if he sat on the left side, I would make sure I was Mark, move. This is the side I love to sit on. And I would sit on the left one.
Oh my God.
And if he sat on the right because he was trying to avoid the left chair, I'd go like, Mark, get up. I like this chair, the chair I like. And it would, dude, he would get so pissed off behind a chair because I would just make him move chairs every time he sat at the
See
mat.
what I mean? Do you see what I mean now? You know exactly what I mean.
Is that good though? Is that a good one?
Oh, that's fine. Mark, but the thing with Mark is, Mark, sorry we're putting you on blast. I don't know if you listen to this or not. He wouldn't figure out, like Daniel, like if you did that to me, like the first time I'd probably move. The second time I would be like, why you making me move again? By the third time, I tell you, kiss my ass, I ain't moving. Sit in the other chair. But Mark was too nice, he wouldn't do it.
You know who I've done it to for 15 years?
Who?
Cassandra.
Cassandra, tell him to kiss your ass.
She can't help it, dude. She can't help it. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter what I do, bro. Like for 15 years, I can make her mad. I've done it for 15 years, Ben.
Oh my God.
And it's been successful 100% of the time. You can't see me coming. Like you can't see me coming.
Wow.
You can't see me coming. I get you.
I can. No, you don't.
I do stuff to you too.
Bullshit.
I get you. I've gotten you on multiple occasions.
No, you haven't.
Ben, when we were on the Olympic team, you're telling me I couldn't get you?
No, you liked me because I was the only one who would tell you cut the shit, Daniel.
Now I'm the one that I remember why, because I couldn't get you and you were pretty sharp about it. You were good.
Yeah. And that was why you liked me.
That's
we
why
got
I
along.
liked you. We're still friends today.
Because because all them other dudes let you bully him.
Bully and pick on him. Why were they so scared of me? I didn't even know how to fight.
I don't know. Hey, we should give a shout out to our Olympic teammate. Well, we have a couple. Yeah, Henry's fighting this weekend. Good luck, Henry.
Yep.
Did you see what Coach Schwab did at Northern Iowa?
Did they beat Iowa State the other day?
They beat Iowa State's butt, and that place was rocking. It was freaking awesome.
It was rocking, dude. Doug Schwab is doing a tremendous job over there. Hey, bro, he's kind of like, but like when I see Schwabi, he's a little bit odd. He's a little weird, man. He's just like, he's small and he's also just kind of like, he's weird and a little bit weird, you know? He's like, not like Brands weird, but Schwabi's like a little
that far.
Hey, did you see the other day Terry Brands?
When he ran up in the stands? Oh my God.
He's awesome. He's still awesome. Is he ever going to not be awesome?
Bro, grow up. You're 55 or something. You can't be running into the stands.
Is he never going to not be awesome is the question. Did you see him? Did you see him the other day when they were wrestling a duel? It was against Minnesota. It was at 149 or 141. Okay. And the guy was no, it's 125. Joey Cruz. Hey, he's behind the bench, behind the chair, and he's like hiding under the chair, and his hands are on the back of the chair, and he's like bent under. And when Joey scores, he runs him in front of the chair.
No, I missed that.
Dude, it was awesome. I'm like, yo, is this guy ever not?
Because he got taken down to go to overtime. That.
He was like sitting underneath the chair,
oh my God,
making himself really, really small. He was scared. And then the takedown happened, and he charged around his onion.
No, the Nebraska one though, Daniel. So some people don't know what we're talking about. You may remember Terry Brands, assistant
Google
coach,
Terry Brands, and you'll see.
His twin is the head coach at Iowa, and listen, he's too old to be doing this shit.
No, he's not. It's awesome.
Yeah, he is. He ran into the stands. And taunted a fan from Nebraska after they won the duel. It was on the rocks for a minute. They were like maybe gonna lose.
Yeah.
And Buchanan came through and pinned his dude. He runs up in the stands and gets in the fan's face.
Ben, when he did it at Oregon State too. At Oregon State, he got into a fight with the football team.
Oh my God.
I'm like, yo, he's still awesome. Yo, did I tell you the story? Like before we go, like because we're going.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Did I tell you the story about when I saw Tom Brands in Denver?
Oh yeah, you said in the airport, right?
We
Right?
hugged each other
Yeah,
10 times because we were
yeah.
so uncomfortable. Like, what do you say to each other? He's like my Olympic coach. You know, he randomly sends me messages like, congratulations on being the first black commentator in the common era of the UFC in the modern era. Because,
Really?
dude, one time in Black History Month, they started honoring me for being the first black commentator in the
You're really the first
modern
black
era.
commentator? Not
In the
Robles
modern
or
era, in the
Burroughs
modern
or
era,
nobody?
Jim Brown was.
Okay,
You know who Jim
interesting.
Brown is, right? The football player?
Yes, my son loves football, so I'm telling him all about. You know who my favorite is? I bet you're gonna love my favorite.
Who?
You know who my favorite football player is?
Who?
Barry Sanders.
He was the best, wasn't he?
He was like, it's like you still watch. I showed my son clips of him the other day.
Yeah, yeah.
The way he moved was like no one moves like that. The way he moved was like
It's not
otherworldly.
human.
It was really bizarre.
It was bizarre. Isn't it great to show them like Michael Jordan and Barry Sanders, your kids, and they're like, "This was
Yeah,
sports when you guys were growing up."
yeah.
That's how little Dan always reacts. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah. Jim Brown was. I'm the first guy. So,
Hey, are you going to NCAs this year?
yeah, I'm calling it again. They
Oh,
got me.
let's go.
They got me.
Nice.
Remember last year I was acting like a little baby because those people were picking on me? Dude, why do wrestling people pick on me? Because I have too much fun? Is it too fun, Ben? Ben, would you? Hey, let me ask you this, Ben. Do you like your wrestling a little bit more vanilla? Just be honest. Do you
No,
like your
no, I
wrestling a
can't
little more
remember.
vanilla?
I can't remember. I don't actually remember why people were picking on you. I do get frustrated when, and this would not be you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about other people. Sometimes they put commentators on there who don't know a whole bunch about wrestling, and that annoys the shit out of me.
So now you're
Um,
telling me I don't know wrestling. This is the crazy thing.
See, this
I
is
mean,
like where you're trying to instigate right now. I literally said, not you. But I think you and who are you commentating with?
Jordan
I
Burroughs.
think you guys just started talking about something. People were like, hey, sons of bitches. Like, I want you guys to commentate this match and not just have a conversation about something
You
else.
have to talk about stuff, Ben. You have to make this shit interesting. You have to.
What were you talking about? Origami or like crochet or something?
I was talking about maybe like I was like, hey, have you ever seen the game Twister? It seems like this is a game of Twister because these two guys are like rolling around, they're stuck
Oh
together.
my
Like it's
God.
like that. So,
Okay.
all right, Ben, I'll let you go, man. Hey
All right,
guys,
I gotta
that
go.
was another episode of Funk and the Champ. I've been Askren.
Uh,
I'm Daniel Cormier. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
See ya.